Champions Paris is right around the corner, and the stage is set for some of the best Valorant talent in the world to clash. Today, we're counting down the top 10 players you need to watch going into the final event of the year. Let's get into it. Reigns earns the number 10 spot on our list, not because he's the flashiest player, but because he's one of the most consistent and impactful initiators headed to Champions Paris. Specializing in Sova and Fade, Reigns excels as a scan initiator, constantly feeding his team critical info while applying pressure with precise utility. His recon darts and fade haunts are near perfect, not just hitting enemies, but creating actionable moments that lead to kills and map control. Whether it's a round-defining drone tag or a perfectly timed seize, Reigns knows when and how to use his tools for maximum impact. What sets Reigns apart is his consistency. He rarely has bad maps, maintains strong fundamentals, and always shows up when it matters. In the EMEA playoffs, he quietly posted 1.13 KD, over 210 ACS, and an impressive 75% KAST, showing his ability to survive, trade, and provide value across every round, all while playing a selfless role. In a tournament full of aggressive stars and flashy duelists, Reigns brings something just as important: discipline, control, and clutch utility. At number 9, we've got Zekken, the explosive duelist from Sentinels, and one of the most terrifying entry players heading to Champions Paris. Zekken doesn't just take space, he explodes into it. Whether he's zooming in with Neon, throwing defenders off with Yoru, or flying through smokes on Raze, Zekken plays fast, fearless, and unbelievably precise. Across VCT Americas, he averaged over 235 ACS, with a 1.18 KD and one of the highest first blood rates in the entire region. His entry success is a huge part of why Sentinels can dominate early rounds. When Zekken gets the first pick, the round often snowballs in their favor. But it's not just raw mechanics. Zekken's timing is elite. He doesn't push blindly, he syncs up with his team's utility, finds gaps, and punishes rotations. And when he's on Yoru, the creativity comes out. Fake TPs, pop flashes, insane angles. Zekken turns every map into a playground. Heading into Champions Paris, Zekken is the momentum engine for Sentinels. If he catches fire early, he can tilt an entire series. You'll feel his impact from the first round to the final frag. Coming in at number 8, we've got Valen, the mastermind IGL for G2 Esports, and one of the few in-game leaders in the world who can call the shots and top the scoreboard at the same time. Valen has been the strategic backbone of his squad since the days of the Guard. And now, under G2, he's evolved into a leader who doesn't just outthink his opponents, but outguns them too. That rare combo of big brain and big aim is exactly why he's on this list. Sitting at a 1.10 plus KD with impactful mid-round kills and smart clutch plays. His utility is calculated, his timing is perfect, and his ability to read the game in real time gives G2 a serious edge. Valen isn't just micromanaging, he's leading from the front. You'll see him taking space, anchoring sites, and making the critical decisions that swing entire halves. He calls with confidence, adapts on the fly, and still finds time to top frag in must-win rounds. At Champions Paris, if G2 goes deep, it'll be because Valen is doing what he always does, calling like a genius and fragging like a star. At number 7, we've got Forsaken, the Swiss Army knife of Paper Rex, and one of the most unpredictable and dangerous players headed to Champions Paris. His flexibility is what makes Paper Rex so hard to prep for. You never know if he's going to anchor a site, entry frag, or lurk in the most unexpected places. He plays with zero fear, constantly pushing the limits of timing and movement, and somehow makes it all look clean. In terms of raw numbers, Forsaken sits comfortably above a 1.15K/D and over 225 ACS, while constantly shifting roles depending on what the team needs. He's one of the only players in the world who can entry, trade, lurk, or support, sometimes all in the same half. But what really makes him special is how comfortable he is in the chaos. While most players struggle when things break down, Forsaken thrives. He doesn't just adapt, he forces his pace onto you. Going into Champions Paris, Forsaken is Paper Rex's X factor. No matter the map or matchup, he's bringing something dangerous, and you'll never see it coming. Sliding into the number 6 spot is Kiko, the hybrid powerhouse for Team Liquid, and one of the most mechanically gifted players heading to Champions Paris. What makes Kiko so dangerous is his ability to dominate on both smokes and duelists, a rare combo at the highest level. He's not just filling roles, he's thriving in them. On controller, Kiko plays with confidence, peeking off his own smokes, taking aggressive space, and turning what should be supportive rounds into highlight reels. And when he switches to duelist, he becomes an absolute menace with sharp entries and explosive multi-kills. Stat-wise, Kiko's putting up top-tier numbers. Over 230 ACS, a 1.16K/D, and some of the best first duel conversion rates in EMEA, and that's across multiple roles. He's not just consistent, he's clutch with a calm under pressure and the firepower to turn rounds on their head. Kiko brings depth and danger to Liquid's roster. He gives them the freedom to mix styles, shift comps, and always stay unpredictable. At Champions Paris, he's not just a role player, he's the kind of player who can win you a map on his own. At number 5, we've got Trent from G2 Esports, one of the most intelligent and composed players heading into Masters Paris. Trent has been the backbone of G2's success throughout the VCT season. His utility is always impactful, and his decision-making under pressure is elite. What makes Trent stand out is how calm and calculated he is, like he rarely overextends, and he's almost always in the right spot at the right time. He's not just playing smart, his mechanics are top tier. When G2 needs a clutch, a momentum shift, or a lockdown on defense, Trent delivers. His synergy with the rest of the squad has only gotten stronger, and it shows in how fluid their mid-rounds are. Heading into Masters Paris, Trent isn't just a role player, and he's a difference maker. And if G2 makes a deep run, you can bet Trent will be a massive reason why. At number 4, we've got Alphazure, the mechanical monster from Fnatic. Let's be real. When it comes to raw aim and precision, Alphazure is in a league of his own. He's the kind of player who turns impossible duels into highlights, and he does it with zero hesitation. Whether he's locking down a sight on Sentinel or taking heads off on the rotate, his crosshair placement, reaction time, and tracking are absolutely elite. What makes Alphazure scary isn't just his fragging, it's how effortless he makes it look. He's one of the most consistent players on a stacked Fnatic roster, and despite all the talent around him, he still manages to stand out with pure gun skill. He plays like a seasoned veteran with the confidence of a star duelist, even while anchoring or playing more passive roles. Every round he's alive is a problem for the other team, and if you're peeking him dry, you're probably already in the montage. If Fnatic goes deep in Paris, don't be surprised if it's Alphazure's mechanics that make the difference. At number 3, we've got the legend himself, Nats from Team Liquid. A name that's been synonymous with elite controller play since the early days of Valorant, and he's still evolving. Nats is the Viper, plain and simple. His setups are masterclasses in control and denial. Every wall, every smoke, every lurk is calculated. He doesn't just play Viper. He turns her into a chess piece that reshapes the map. Watching him is like watching a strategist at work, slowly squeezing out space and forcing mistakes from the other team. But what pushes Nats into our top 3 is that he's now added in-game leading to his arsenal. And he's thriving in the role. He's not just outplaying opponents mechanically. He's outcalling them, mid-rounding with patience and making his team look composed even under pressure. What's crazy is that while he's IGLing, he's still posting impact rounds, still lurking like a ghost in the server, and still clutching 1v2s when it matters most. In Paris, expect Nats to bring the same brainy, suffocating Viper play he's known for, but now with the full game plan in his hands. That's a terrifying combo. At number 2, we've got Jing from Paper Rex, the human highlight reel and one of the most explosive players in the world. Jing's raise isn't just good, it's terrifying. He plays the agent like she was made for him, constantly pushing the limits of what's possible with movement, mechanics, and sheer confidence. Whether it's a double satchel entry, a perfect paint shell combo, or a snap aim flick in mid-air, Jing makes even the best teams look unprepared. But it's not just about flash. He's hyper-consistent too. He creates space better than almost any duelist in the game. But what makes him stand out is how controlled the chaos is. Every aggressive play is calculated, and his synergy with the rest of PRX, especially Forsaken like the iconic W gaming style, makes him the perfect tip of the spear. Now that he's back in the international spotlight, all eyes are on him. With his experience, his mechanics, and his hunger to prove himself again, Jing isn't just a fan favorite. He's a tournament-shifting force. At Masters Paris, expect him to bring the heat, the hype, and the havoc. Claiming the top spot is something from Paper Rex. The third PRX player on this list, and, without question, one of the most dangerous players in the world right now. What makes something number one isn't just his aim. It's how he weaponizes Yoru, the strongest agent in the current meta. His teleport plays, clone baits, and flash timings are next level, and he uses every part of Yoru's kit to control space, displace defenders, and crack open rounds with pure confidence. He's not just a highlight machine, he's the center of PRX's pressure-heavy style. Every round he plays forces teams to second-guess themselves. Is he behind you? Is that clone real? Can you even rotate safely? With something on Yoru, the answer is usually no. What's scary is how disciplined he is behind the aggression. He knows exactly when to explode and when to hold back, and that balance makes him nearly impossible to shut down. At Masters Paris, all eyes will be on the big names, but something is the one player who can flip an entire match on its head, round after round. That's why he's our number one player to watch. And that wraps up our list of the top 10 players heading to Masters Toronto. With so much talent on display, this event is shaping up to be one of the most exciting tournaments yet. Who do you think will come out on top? And did your favorite player make the list? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to drop a like, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of our future Valorant content. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.